Welcome to Parallel Universe. 42 days after a fireball nearly burned him alive, Niki Lauda climbed back into a Formula One car. Bandaged. Scarred. Still bleeding. Because that was simply who he was, a man physically incapable of surrender. But in his final interview, just months before he passed away, this fearless, unsentimental, utterly unbreakable man said something so honest and so unexpected that grown adults watching it could not hold back their tears. Whatever you think you know about Niki Lauda, this will change it completely. Stay with us. Andreas Nikolaus Lauda was born on February 22, 1949, in Vienna, Austria, into a wealthy industrial family that wanted absolutely nothing to do with motorsport. His family cut him off financially when he pursued racing. He took out bank loans against his own life insurance just to fund his career. From the very beginning, Niki Lauda was betting everything on himself, and doing it completely alone. That stubbornness, that cold-blooded refusal to accept any outcome except the one he chose, would define every chapter of his remarkable life. 3 Formula One World Championships. A rivalry with James Hunt that became the stuff of motorsport mythology, immortalized in the 2013 Ron Howard film Rush. And then the 1976 German Grand Prix at the Nürburgring, the crash that engulfed his Ferrari in flames, burned away much of his face and scalp, and left him receiving last rites in a hospital bed. 42 days later he was back in a racing seat. Not because he had fully healed. Because Niki Lauda simply did not know how to be anything other than a racing driver. His estimated net worth at the time of his passing was around $600 million, built across Formula One, 2 airline ventures, and a lifetime of calculated, fearless decision-making. But it was none of that which left people in tears. In his final public interview, conducted not long before he passed away on May 20, 2019, at the age of 70 following kidney complications, Lauda spoke with the same blunt precision he brought to everything. He talked about his kidney transplant, donated by his beloved wife Birgit. He talked about mortality with zero self-pity and zero performance. And then he said something devastatingly simple. That the most important victories of his life had nothing to do with racing. That what mattered, what genuinely mattered, was the people who stayed. Niki Lauda spent 40 years being defined by speed, scars, and survival. But in his final chapter, he quietly revealed something the racetrack never could, that the bravest thing he ever did was let himself be loved. And mean it. He outran fire. He outran death. He outran every expectation ever placed on him. But in the end, Niki Lauda slowed down just long enough to tell the truth. And that truth, raw, simple, and completely unguarded, is the most human thing he ever gave us.